What up? This is boy Cass from Taboo Topics. So, if you've kind of been under a rock lately and haven't quite been paying attention to what's going on in England right now, check this video out right here.
So people were shocked after a racial slur was shouted during the 2026 Bafta Awards.
Presenting the first Bafta of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
The BBC later apologized and said the outburst came from a person with Tourette's syndrome, explaining that the words were part of involuntary vocal tics and not intentional.
So Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Linden, they were getting ready to present this award. And of course, as you can hear the guy in the background, shout that obscene, phrase or whatnot, or I guess we could say phrase, because when he got to the second part, it was a little bit of a delay or whatnot. So the dude say, nigger, bitch. I should laugh, obviously, because I'm a black man in America. I probably should be a little, offended by it. But I mean, to be totally honest, being black in America, I mean, it's nothing that I haven't seen before. And it's nothing a lot of us haven't seen before. It's just a trip that it happened in in the setting that it happened in. You know what I'm saying? And I think Michael B. and Mr. Lindo, I think they handle it pretty well. I mean, if I'm being honest, some people think that they should have maybe just, stopped the show at that point or just walked off stage and, the whole nine. But at the same time, you know how it is for us black people. We have to be the ones that, are the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the ones that show the class and everything. And I get it. I mean, obviously it was disrespectful. But then when they explain the situation, as you saw in the video, that obviously the guy suffers from a mental disability. I mean, doesn't it seem a bit, ironic though? Doesn't seem a bit, a little all too weird that he at the point where the two black men got up on stage and they're getting ready to pronounce this award, he makes this racial slur. I mean, obviously they were saying that throughout the night he was being disrespectful and blurting out other things because of his disability, but it seems a little too fishy to me though. I mean, come on now. Let's really think about that for a second. He had to learn it from somewhere. And he put the hard ER on the nigger. It's not like, where it's just something that just came to him out of the blue because this disease, causes that to happen. I mean, I just don't buy that. Am I calling him racist? I mean, I'm not really saying that. I mean, I think at this point we can't really put that out there. I know some people might disagree with me in terms of that, but he had to hear from somewhere. And now it's like saying it's okay for, certain people to have certain disabilities and make certain statements and get a pass. I mean, should he really get a pass though? I mean, that's like me saying, like, I was joking with my girl earlier, right? That's like saying if me and her are out and about, you know what I'm saying? And I think my girl's gorgeous. I think my girl is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But if we out and about and there's women in front of me and we're walking behind them, I say, fat ass. I mean, does she have the right, to put hands on me? You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, because obviously that would be totally disrespectful. No, that wouldn't be okay. She would look at me like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, Mr. Linden, the Delroy guy, he did an interview recently with another guy, and the guy made a big deal talking about, well, rappers are comfortable saying the N-word to each other, and it's a regular thing. But if a white man says it, it's a problem. Why can't white men say it? And if you guys seen the video, you saw his reaction to that. Delroy looked at him like, okay, say it. He gave him that stern look like, I dare you, because I'm ready to go to jail. I got bail money, on the actor's salary. I got bail. You know what I'm saying? That's the impression that he gave. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, why would you want to say it? It's ours. You know what I'm saying? That's a word that we took back. We didn't start it, but we took it and we molded it. And you know what I'm saying? We revamped it. We made it ours. I mean, there was this movement going on a few years back where they were saying, let's retire the N-word and let's bury it. But I mean, if we being honest, I mean, it technically is now a part of African-American culture. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I have to be honest, I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's been a thing for, at this point, it's been a thing for over 100 years. And in terms of us taking and revamping and making our own, that's probably been in place for the past 50 years. It's not going anywhere. I mean, not to get off topic too much, but I remember I was out and about and I was talking to a guy and another guy in the background had nothing to do with the conversation. He wasn't a part of our, you know what I'm saying, our meeting at the time. And I just, as we talk, my nigga, what it is, you know what I'm saying? And the guy across the room looked over and he was like, hey, we ain't supposed to be saying that. And I looked at dude and I said, I mean, my bad, but at the same time, it's a part of our culture. It's what we do, man. That word ain't going nowhere. You wasting your time. You stressing yourself out for nothing. But anyway, like I said, that's another story. But like I said, man, is it really okay for them to, to get to a place now where they have something to give them a pass? I mean, again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but out of all situations and moments, and out of all the timing that could have took place, he said it when the two black dudes walked on stage. And then the other outburst on top of that, when when he was obviously making other outbursts during the night, they cut out one of the other scenes. Two other black guests that stood up there, and they made somewhat of a of a political gesture. The network cut that part out, but they left the other part, and their excuse was, well, we didn't hear the N-word. It was no big deal. I even went as far to say, well, maybe we can cut them some slack, and we can tell them, we could say, they couldn't really cut it out because the presentation of the award. But at the same time, let's think about that. Could y'all really have done something else with it? Obviously they bleeped it, but we know what happened. The media is talking about it. And the way that the media is now, it takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds for the media to catch something and it becomes viral, because this is obviously a viral moment. It hasn't even been 24 hours, technically, since it went viral. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this story is crazy. It's crazy that they gave him the excuse that they gave him. Who would think that there is a disease that no one can control the things they say, and they can say such crazy things, such offensive things openly? Charlemagne, the guy, when he touched on it, he made a good point. He said, well, technically, if y'all know this man has this sickness, he has this ailment, he shouldn't even be in the room, because you guys know he's going to disrupt, the occasion. He's going to make a scene. And obviously he made a scene. But like I said, my thing is, he knows the word. He knows what it means. He knows enough, regardless if he meant to say it or not. It came out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? He pronounced it with a hard ER. He learned it from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Even with Tourette, and I like to believe that, and that's no disrespect to anyone that's dealing with that ailment, but I'm just saying, the brain still has to learn. The computer upstairs still has to calculate. So it has to absorb, has to be programmed. He got it from somewhere. He had to learn it. Does it make him a racist? I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm saying, but we can't, the easiest way to excuse it was just to say, well, he can't control it. Like the episode of South Park.
Hold on just a second here. Are you telling me that if you have this Tourette syndrome, you can say whatever you want all the time and never get in trouble?
It's a neurological disorder. He can't help it. Yeah.
It started about 4 days ago, Doctor, and every day he seems to get worse.
Pussy!
Oh.
Pussy! Cock!
Oh,
Shit!
dear. I was checking out the internet, and it almost seems like his symptoms are like those in something called Tourette syndrome.
Tourette syndrome? What is that, Mommy? Butthole! Titties! Bowels!
That doesn't seem likely. Tourette's is a hereditary disease. It doesn't just suddenly start.
Cocksucker!
Don't worry, young man. We'll make sure everyone understands your disease and gives you the compassion you deserve.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
If you guys have seen that, that episode where the kid in the episode stood there and said, well, you mean to tell me that I can say whatever I want and I can get away with it as long as I claim to have Tourette syndrome? And if you really think about that for a second, isn't that the easiest way out? To just say, hey, he can't help it, in the middle of a setting that was just too coincidental. Let's be honest. But I just thought it was a weird situation. Obviously America's in a place right now where, we're trying to decipher what's okay and what's not okay, and what feels normal and what doesn't feel normal. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it's one thing to be a racist, and it's one thing to be a non-racist. As a black man, I'm not racist, but you know how they say blacks can be racist as well. My thing is, I don't think we blacks are racist. I just think we have a sense of anxiety because all things we've been through in this country as, you know, people of color, where we automatically have this thing on our spirit that makes us question for 2 seconds the moment we walk in a room with, you know, someone other than our skin color. You know, so that's a whole nother story. But I'm just saying. But yeah, I thought that was crazy when that man blurted that out. Have you guys really seen the picture of this man? I mean, let me not go there. But I mean, he looks like one of them. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. I mean, but anyway, like I said, it's crazy. You know, I just needed to touch on that for a second. Obviously, it's all over the internet right now, but this is just my personal take on it. You know, as we do over here at Taboo Topics, we talk about the taboo part of it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this your boy Cass. Check me out with some comments in the section. Let's talk about it a little bit more.